The biggest story of the entire year. I think so. It's right up there at the top if it's not 100% guaranteed to be the most significant movement in the public sphere this year. Is finally done. It's all done. It's all dusted. And all that's left is the crying. And oh, there's a lot of crying. But we're going to get into the more technical aspects of this, okay? What this means going forward and what has already happened. So if you don't know, now you know. Elon Musk has officially, no more speculation, no more, I'm just waiting to see if I can get a better deal on this one. See if he can renegotiate renegotiate the purchase price of all the shares. Nope. He owns it all. It is a private company. Fucking deal with it. Aha. And the first thing that he did, other than change his Twitter bio to read Chief Twit, which is just kind of funny, just for how much just that little bit of movement made the leftists lose their mind. But then he walked in and it was like, 3 people are getting fired here right now. Where can I see where are the nicest offices? All right, cool. I'm putting a pink slip on your door, and your door. Delicious. This is his company now. Tesla CEO, SpaceX CEO, Boring Company CEO. Okay. Before we get into the technical stuff, I'm just going to say that this is an overall win. Okay. Like, I've been critical of Elon Musk. There's things to be critical of him over. Okay. His obvious loss earlier in the year to Trump was hilarious for a multitude of things. His persona on other, Chinese-based platforms, aside on that one, his love of a carbon tax and his two-sided opinions on a couple of environmental issues that don't really make a whole hell of a lot of sense. Other than that, I think he's a pretty good guy, okay? I would say 1 out of 10 scale of how much you'd trust Elon Musk compared to your average person. I would say 80%. I think that he's the guy to be set up perfectly for this. There's only one other guy, but he ended up creating his own social media platform. So there's nobody else that's out there who is better suited for taking over this job. Not for the fact that he has endless ways of creating money through his different companies, okay? So he does not need Twitter to succeed. He doesn't need to. I'm sure he'd like to recoup the $44.2 billion it cost to buy Twitter, but he is not beholden to the success of making Twitter a profitable platform. He is there to make it, or rather bring it back to his vision of what Twitter is going to be, okay? We don't know for sure what that's going to be, okay? Because if it was going along the way that he saw fit, he never would have done this. Never, ever would have done this. Would have used the platform, use it for shit posting for him, use it to promote, I don't know, whatever the fuck SpaceX is doing, launching shit up into the fucking atmosphere. He would have been fine doing that stuff, but obviously he's seen a fault. Not because he thought that, this is a really good business venture, because you take a look at it and the platform was fucking dying quicker than even what Meta was doing. The only reason that Twitter stocks aren't falling as quickly as the Meta shit is because, well, Twitter's a private company and they're no longer on the stock market, all right? So overall, we don't know what's going to be happening in the future, but as of right now, the future does look bright. A little bit brighter than it did yesterday, even though all this stuff started to bust up late Thursday into Friday, but let's get into it. Yes, Tesla CEO and world's wealthiest person, even after the purchase. Let that sink in for a moment, okay? If you have any lingering assertions that he's got some sort of a backroom deal with one of the other big billionaires that are out there, he's still the wealthiest man on earth because this dude can fucking make money print from the sky by the dump truck full, okay? He is a genius in a world that praises mediocrity. His avenues for wealth creation are fucking endless, okay? And the fact that, all of the leftists, Media Matters CEO, is trying to cancel Twitter right now is just perfect. Go on to that tribal social shit or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, where they're like already putting out we don't want any hate-filled bigots over here. And it's like, cool, you guys just all go over there. We'll just be over here just having a good time in this sandbox, cleaning up all those fucking cat turds that you left in here, you bunch of losers. Anyways, Twitter will be delisted from the New York Stock Exchange beginning on October 28th. That's today, according to a recent delisting notice, as the firm will be taken private. Yay! Twitter CEO Parag Agrawal, I'm glad I'll never, ever have to say that again, and CFO Ned Segal have been fired, according to multiple media reports. But that's not all. That's not all. I said at the beginning, 3 of them ended up getting fired. And that's just 2, okay? The CEO, the CFO, and, oh man, can we just get to that? No, I'll just bring it back up here real fucking quick. Oh no, did they not have it? Just Vidya Gaja, okay? She was, let's keep it a buck, she was the star during that Twitter, Jack Dorsey, Joe Rogan, Tim Pool podcast, okay? She was on one side speaking for Rasputin. And Tim Pool, the only time that I've ever thought that he did anything of fucking note or relevance, systematically destroyed the 2 heads of Twitter, okay? And then it came out that Vidya lady was the person who was instrumental at yeeting Trump's account. But don't worry, we'll be talking about Trump's account very, very shortly, because that bitch, she out on the fucking skids alongside the new not even the new CEO. That dude wasn't even there for a year. Sucks to suck. Hopefully he didn't like his office that much. Or maybe he can just stay there, okay? Maybe Elon will let him keep the office, because I'm sure he can just go in there and make himself a nice office, even though we know he's not exactly the type of guy who likes luxurious places to live, okay? This is a dude who proudly couch surfs, and that his previous bitch decided to, leave because she was tired of going from mattresses on the ground. It's like, he's a billionaire and he won't pamper me. It's like, bitch, you got one fucking name. That dude's just about got $1 trillion, so fuck off. Musk tweeted, "The bird is free," late Thursday night. Yeah, that's when we seen everything going down. And then let the good times roll a few hours later. Yeah, that was the first thing this morning. The first thing that I seen this morning, okay? Like it says here, I don't know if that's geo-tracked to me or whatever, but yeah, 6:09 this morning, man, he dropped that spicy one. Because, yeah, he's been trolling all week long, right? Like, he had the whole bringing in a sink. I don't know if this had any audio or that, but yeah, entering Twitter HQ, let that sink in. Because he's kind of on the spectrum and you need to take everything literally. But no, it's great, okay? Because I was also listening to a couple of different interpretations that are out there. It's like, well, it's pretty fucking obvious. You put it in there, let that sink in, brings in a sink. Har, har, har. Very funny. But he's going to be cleaning house, okay? And the only thing that's going to be left is the kitchen sink. Throwing out everybody but the kitchen sink, okay? And, there was this spurgy letter that I was going to cover. I didn't think that this would be happening so quickly. It went from just a big gap of nothingness to all of a sudden, yeah, Elon's taken over and he's kicking everybody out. But there was this long, this 7-point list of a 75% that you said you're going to be mean and get rid of us. We have demands. Otherwise, we're just going to get fired? Like, what the fuck was that even good for, okay? We want a safe, inclusive space, and then Elon just gave the old Elon laugh face and summarily kicked out all of their bosses. So, yeah, exactly. We're just going to take that as a precursor of the things to come in the very, very, very near future. Monday is going to be fucking hilarious. We'll just say that. Before Musk arrived at the San Francisco-based headquarters, CNN obtained an email that was sent to all staff members. Oh, it's got a little bit of the highlight right here. As soon as you see or hear Elon is in the San Francisco office this week, meeting with folks, walking the halls, and continuing to dive into important work you all do. If you're in San Francisco and you see him around, say hi. For everyone else, this is just the beginning of many meetings and conversations with Elon, and you'll all hear directly from him on Friday. Oh, I'm sure those are going to be leaking here soon, and it's going to be delicious. But the celebratory nature of the 7-month battle between the billionaire entrepreneur and the social media corporation might end prematurely, as he'll still have plenty of hard work ahead, says Jason Moser, senior analyst and lead advisor at the Motley Fool. I have no idea what the fuck that is. The buyout will be remembered as one of the most crucial deals in the history of mergers and acquisitions because of how public the attention it drew. Yeah, no shit. The entire ordeal began earlier this year. I don't think we need to go over the history on this one. He just decided, okay, hey, I got all this money. Hey, can I buy Twitter for $54.20 per share? You guys want to do that? And it's like, no, we're going to go ahead and poison pill everything. Oh, wait a minute. That's like just about double what the actual shares are worth. All right, bet we're going to cash out. And then no, I'm just going to go ahead and back out because like 25% of this platform is fucking bots. No, it's not. We're going to take you to court in order to make you buy our company at $54.20 per share. All right, bet. And now we're here. There you go. Long and short of it, that was the fucking history. So what's next for Twitter? Good point. Last week, the Washington Post reported that Musk plans to lay off 75% of Twitter's workforce. Let's just fucking dance on that for a second. Learn to fucking mine, you dumb cunts. Before doing more with less, it would indicate stronger cash flow and a greater profitability. Or maybe he's just trimming all the excess bloat that's there. Has anybody thought of that as well? It's like, there's probably a lot of people who are there, just, I don't know, like professional masseuses for everybody who's just so upset about somebody sending out a tweet that's pro-Trump. And then they get triggered by that because God knows the content moderation team doesn't want to take down any of the fucking child porn that's on the platform. But nah, make sure that those scream tanks where they can just go in and cry and be literally shaking for 5 to 10 minutes. Ugh, whatever. There's no question that Musk possesses a unique set of... I have a unique set of skills that I will use to take back this platform. I will find you, and I will free you. And it's likely has some great ideas to improve the platform. It's better than the trajectory that it's on. Hey, you know, all that social justice shit and all of that leftism you guys are pushing, if we had less of that, we might have a better platform. What are you, a racist? Okay. It also seems that there is no quick fixes given the challenges the company and the service face today. Mauser told Epoch Times. However, Bloomberg reported that Musk denied previous reports, saying that he does not intend to cut 75% of staff. Yeah, 74, 73, 76, fucking might be 90%. And it's like, we'll just bring in some undertaxed Tesla folks. And it should be pretty simple, right? Electric cars, electric platform, yeah, good enough. You know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. Musk could also face some opposition, as it was reported the target of a left-wing organization since his takeover plans were reported. Media reports revealed in May that Soros, Clinton, Obama staffers, and European governments were behind a campaign that urged big corporations to boycott Twitter after Musk's acquisition. Yeah, and there was that whole DOJ probe that looks like they're going to try to, hop in the middle of this to try to stop this acquisition. Don't know how that's ultimately going to play out, but there's a lot of other moving parts on top of this. All this is right now is just a sign of things to come, okay? And it's good. It's good. Critics suggest that Musk's concept of supporting and bolstering free speech, this is the leftist argument out here right now, on the de facto town square by buying the company will result in hate speech and the spread of misinformation. Oh, really? Because the other side that's, oh yeah, safe and effective, most secure election ever, that's the side of proper information. Okay. Market experts have noted that advertisers might have concerns about where Twitter is heading under Musk's control. That's why Media Matters is putting out this call. It's like, oh, advertisers really need to step up their involvement and maybe getting rid of some of the permanent bans that are out there. But that's spurgeoning. That'll be happening next month, the month after just kind of the celebratory, fucking circle around the de facto town square that's going to happen at the beginning of November when, another final shit kicking is going to happen for the Democratic Party. Oh, it's going to be wonderful. If you thought the assault on Paul Pelosi was bad, just wait for the Democrats to fucking face that dicking they're going to be getting. It's going to be beautiful. And they're all going to be looking like this. I seen this picture last night. It was one of the first things that I seen, or maybe it was this morning or whatever, but yeah, it was a little too good to be true. It was somebody who was, walking out of Twitter HQ, they had their boxes, and this is the tweet that I seen. Okay, I seen this one being promoted, and it's like, after I read the caption, I seen the picture, and it's like fucking hilarious. And also, Vidya Gaja, man, she's looking worse for wear in that picture, but no, man, something's a little bit different here. Something's a bit off. It's happening. Entire team of data engineers let go. Why would they be getting rid of? This is what I was thinking at that time. Okay, I seen that 3 CEOs were let go. Okay, why would you be getting rid of data engineers? Okay, those would be the guys that would just go in and press the ones and zeros. You'd kind of need those fuckers. Okay, you'd get rid of some of the human resources team, some of the feelings and thoughts department. You'd be getting rid of those. Okay, why would you be getting rid of engineers? That was like, I don't really know where we're going with this. But, of course, lead it up to Deidre Bosa. No idea who she is. Sure, she's a wonderful lady, but she's a touch gullible. These are 2 of them, Twitter takeover. And then, yeah, it was revealed that my dude right here with the floofy hair, his name is Raul Ligma, from the very proud Ligma family, descendant of course, balls from the House Ligma. But don't worry, we don't need pranks. We don't need any staging for this happening, okay, in order to just get a good laugh off of this. We'll just wait to see what kind of unbanned accounts we can expect into the future here. Now, before we get too far, I'll pull up the tweet from Elon. Oh my god, bruh, I just pulled this shit up, okay, here for a second. And this is Elon Musk. This is right up at the top here. Oh my god. Man, this... Like I said, I had no idea that this was going to be here, but there's nobody better suited for this job than Elon Musk. Ligma Johnson had it coming. And he posted an eggplant fucking emoji. Oh my god. Oh, the Daily Mail bot on it? Oh man, I didn't even check. And Raul Ligma and Daniel Johnson. Dan Johnson and Mr. Ligma. Come on now. Comedy is now legal on Twitter. Delicious. Promoted Tesla tweet. That's fantastic. Or where's the one? Here's the one I was looking for. Okay, this one. This is big boys right here. Okay, Twitter will be forming a content moderation council with widely diverse viewpoints. Don't necessarily know what that means. Doesn't give you any insight what's going to be there. But ultimately, at the end of the day, it's going to be his choice. And of anybody with this prominence, with this ability, I would defer to him when it comes to assembling a group of people that actually have widely diverse viewpoints. So, okay. No major content decisions or account reinstatements will happen before that council convenes. So yeah, don't anticipate anybody, flicking on the lights for some of the most prominent banned accounts that are out there. And speaking of which, we'll take a look at some of the ones that could be immediately triggered whenever that council convenes. Who knows when it's going to be, okay? We're going to take a look at some of them. I know you're already thinking of one, but we're going to save him for the end, okay? But first and foremost, Kanye West, okay? Somebody who recently returned to Twitter and then immediately posted his DEFCON 3 tweet, okay? And even though, Elon was like, "Hi, Kanye, welcome back to the platform." And Kanye was also being like, fuck it, you guys are going to kick me off here. I'm just going to go out there and buy Twitter, or I'm going to go out there and buy Parler. And then Elon had that little meme that we showed back in the cut of them doing the fusion dance with Parler and Twitter. So we'll have to see where that ultimately goes. But yeah, Kanye West is buying Parler. Don't know if he's terribly concerned with coming back to Twitter for the time being, but we'll have to see where this ultimately shakes out. So that's what could happen there. What happened with Marjorie Taylor Greene, this goofy little fucking gremlin? I like her politics and stuff like that. She's just a little bit fucking weird. Twitter permanently booted Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene from the social media platform in January, saying that she had repeatedly violated its policies by posting misinformation about the COVID-19 pandemic. Oh, really? Well, that's about to change. The Georgia Republican's personal account, MTG Greenie, was permanently blocked, although her congressional account, Representative MTG, is still online. We permanently suspended the account you referenced, the Marjorie Taylor Greenie, for repeated violations of our misinformation policy. Green responded to the ban by going to social media site Telegram to call Twitter the enemy of the people. Now it might have changed a little bit. I didn't know that her personal account was still banned. Oh, Steve Bannon. Yeah, I knew about that one, because right about the same time that his War Room show got kicked off of YouTube for things, his Twitter accounts also got taken down as well, but he's in jail right now. I don't think he necessarily needs his access to his Twitter account, but it would be a nice welcome back home if it's turned back on. We'll just say that. Former White House chief strategist Steve Bannon was booted from Twitter in November of 2020 after he suggested that Anthony Fauci and Christopher Wray, former head of, or current, I think he's still in charge at the FBI, Christopher Wray, should be beheaded. Oh, I'm sure that was just taken out of context, right? Not something that I would 1,000% completely support. No, I wouldn't possibly think of doing that. It's still going up on YouTube at some point in the future. Right, I'd put them on two corners of the White House as a warning to federal bureaucrats. Either get with the program or you're gone, he said in the now deleted clip. Hey, I didn't think that they were actually going to reference this, but this would have been one of my big 3 of them accounts that I would like to see reinstated out there. Because Milo, yeah, man, he's been off since 2016. You guys remember why he was gone? Ghostbusters. doing some funny shit, saying how bad that fucking stuff was. This dude right here was the canary in the coal mine. You like all of those content creators that are out there right now calling out all the fucking woke shit that's out there? This dude right here was doing it the best, okay? It was him. It was Ben Shapiro, okay, but Milo was actually taking it to the streets. He was the guy who was out there on the fucking televised platforms. He was laying it down like it is, and then he got yeeted because he flew a little bit too close to the sun. I remember his fucking Twitter handle. Is it up there? No, it's not. Nero. That was him on Twitter. I hope to see him back because that dude is fucking hilarious. And what they accused him of, I seen that shit in real time, okay? I seen it go down. And it's something that deserves an entire deep dive, okay? He's gone a little fucking cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs because now he's saying that gay conversion therapy works and now he's straight all of a sudden and he's no longer married to his big black boyfriend or something. Like, he's a fucking weirdo, but he's a necessary weirdo, okay? I trust him more than a certain Catboy cum detective. We'll just throw it out there for that. 2016, Twitter announced that it had permanently moved to permanently suspend a number of user accounts, including that to Breitbart tech editor. Yeah, man, that's when, Milo was tech editor. I think Shapiro was he editor-in-chief or was that Bannon? Man, the heads of Breitbart, man, those were some cultural players. Until, of course, Ben Shapiro ended up, simping out for some girl that ended up, oh yeah, I got pushed by one of Trump's guards and I can't be on this platform anymore. I'm just going to go ahead and make my own platform. Congratulations, you made your own platform and it's just neocon trash. Go fucking simp for Nikki Haley some more. Nobody cares what you have to say. And I know a lot of boomers on Facebook do, but whatever. I'm not a big Ben Shapiro fan, as you can fucking tell. I was more on the I was more of the Milo wing of this kind of stuff, okay? I remember watching the speeches that would get fucked with by the different protesters that were out there. Well, Ben would just stand behind the podium, barely being able to peek over the top of it. But nobody quite had the violence pop up quite like Milo did. Y'all remember Berkeley? I do. But this isn't about Milo right now. This is just about getting his platform back because it would be fucking hilarious. People forget how savage this dude is. Ghostbusters actress announced that she would quit social media site if nothing were done about it. Yes, it just goes to show you that Leslie Jones was a big power player on Twitter in 2016. She was on SNL, by God. Before sharing several abusive tweets she received on the platform. Yeah, like, King Kong memes or some shit like that, and that's what Milo retweeted, and oh my god. I leave Twitter tonight with tears and a very sad heart, all because I did a movie. Yeah, and people were making fun of how bad it was, how woke it was, and how trash it is, okay? It's been 6 years. It's been 6 years since the release of that absolute fucking filmic abortion. And every time anybody sits down to watch it and revisit it, and it's like, was it as bad as I remember? They also have the exact same sentiment. I leave here tonight with tears in my eyes and a very sad heart, all because I watched a fucking movie. You can hate the movie, but the shit I got today, wrong. Oh no, you got memes on the internet. However would you survive by leaving Twitter tonight? Oh, okay, cool. Just doing this. Doing the very difficult task of taking your phone and throwing it down and going to bed and then checking your bank balance in the morning and realize that, oh fuck, I got 7-8 digits in there. Great, wonderful, fantastic. Among those banned was Yiannopoulos, who's been a controversial figure on the site and helped lead the abuse against Jones. He was just retweeting a couple of memes and he wasn't directing anything out there. I remember that stuff. It's clear as day to me, but I'd love to see him back. It would be fucking hilarious. And the amount, oh my god, just the amount of spurging about him doing conversion therapy would fucking melt down the alphabet mafia. We need him now more than ever. Azalea Banks, she's cute. God, please don't be a trap. Scandal-scarred rapper Azalea Banks was slapped with a Twitter ban in 2016 after years of public feuds and hurling slurs. All right, tell me more. The rapper had spats with an array of celebrities, including former One Direction star Zayn Malik and Disney star Sakai Jackson, and also took shots at Lady Gaga, Rihanna, and Nicki Minaj. Okay, so she sounds like she's in the right here so far, especially taking a look at the targets. Banks threw out a slur at Malik, who's Pakistani. I know what it is. Does anybody else know what it is? Oh man, if this was the 90s. Oh well. Apparently angry with him after he dropped his music video for Like I Would, which Banks compared to the imagery for her previous track, Chasing Time. Oh, you thieving. Rhymes with tacky. Yeah. Banks attempted to create a new Twitter account using the handle Azalea Banks _ It amassed 1,533 followers. Twitter suspended that account as well. Asian ban. Banks then turned her fire on Jackson. Which one is that? Oh, right. Sakai, right? Telling the teen that she needed plastic surgery. This my bitch right here. That's hilarious. It's always funny to mock ugly people who are trying to take shots at you. Roger Stone. Oh, the guy with the weirdest hand gestures in the entire world. A guy who's been a part of the political establishment since the days of Richard Nixon, and then even before that. He's great. Roger Stone, right-wing firebrand and friend of President Donald Trump. Fact checkers say murky. Was kicked off Twitter in 2017. Was that before or after the early morning raid on his house by the FBI? Yeah, the FBI's been fucked for a long time. I remember seeing that, okay? I was at the gym, and CNN was on. I've told this story before, so I'll keep it brief. CNN was on, and yeah, there was like a dozen fucking vehicles, okay, outside of lowly Roger Stone's house, just to drag him away in cuffs because they really needed that shot. Stone went on a profanity-laced multi-post rant against CNN anchors Don Lemon and Jake Tapper. Oh, two of the fun guys that are still left at CNN. It's a pretty empty house, though, so they have a lot of room to stretch out, Don Lemon specifically. The Washington Post, Carl Bernstein, oy vey. I was going to run my hands together, but I ended up hitting my mic. Sorry about that. The Weekly Standard's Bill Kristol. Is that the pedo enabler from the Lincoln Project? Yeah, okay. And other journalists and commentators. Oh no, he took shots at journalists. He deserves to eat that ban. The rant riffed off reports that a special counsel investigation of Paul Manafort was leading to indictments. He wrote, "Breaking: Mueller indicts Paul Manafort's driver for double parking." Hilarious. He later wrote, Don Lemon, "Stop lying about the Clintons and uranium, you ignorant, lying." He self-censored on that one, cocksucker. Well, what's wrong about that? Everything in there is true, okay? Even the descriptor. You fake news. Oh, you fake news, you dumb piece of shit. He also called some CNN personalities human excrement. Again, this dude was he was banned for telling the truth. Like, what are we doing here? Oh, and the Clintons did broker a huge deal for uranium, for uranium that presaged the Iran nuclear deal. So let's just fucking let's just stop the cap on that one. Stone was suspended at least twice before in March and April of 2017. David Duke, yeah, I don't know, man. While they're just words at the end of the day, I'm sure there's probably more to this story, and you're probably not going to like what you're going to find. So let's take a look. David Duke, former leader of the Klan, permanently banned in on 20. He was already there until 2020. David Duke was there. Everybody else that we talked about before, gone way before that. But David Duke was allowed to be on Twitter. Duke, a self-proclaimed white supremacist and ex-Grand Wizard of the Knights of the KKK, was permanently suspended for violating rules about hateful content. I wonder why. No, come on. All I want to know is, was he tweeting with the hood on? Because that could be against TOS, okay? Duke's final tweet linked to an interview with German Holocaust denier Hermar Rudolph, okay, who was convicted of his denial in his homeland. Yeah, that shit's fucked up, okay? Expressing an opinion about something and then you get fucking locked up for it. All of that shit is bogus, okay? Even though he's, like, provably wrong when it comes to denying that stuff, it's like, bruh, it happened, okay? You can try to split the hairs, okay? You can ask where all the teeth are, but at the end of the day, it's like, Wood Doors did a good enough job. Like, I don't know what else you want to fucking talk about. And vowed to expose the systemic racism. Lie! Okay, so he's got some good points. According to BBC, another one of his tweets claimed to expose the incitement of violence against white people by Jewish-owned media. Let's see, this is David Duke. Okay, I thought that was Kanye West. Katie Hopkins. Oh, just some old bag from the UK. She's funny as fuck, but come on now. Why did she end up getting the fucking big yeet? A conservative commentator who boasted over a million followers on the platform lost her verified status. Oh no, verified is just there so that people know that that's the person that is tweeting. It's not a status symbol or anything like that. Yeah, Katie Hopkins ended up losing her check mark because it's definitely not a status symbol. It's definitely not a hierarchical order that's there. Same thing happened to Milo at the same time because he just kept bouncing back and forth. What did he put in his bio? BuzzFeed editor-in-chief. That dude was so fucking funny. Anyways, the conservative commentator was booted over a million followers, lost her verified status on the website before being kicked off for good. Keeping Twitter safe is a top priority to us. Oh my god. Now it's keeping their employees safe and installing fucking nets like an iPhone factory at Foxconn. Oh, make sure everybody gets home safely today. Keeping Twitter safe is the top priority. Abuse and hateful conduct has no place on our service, and we will continue to take action when our rules are broken. Oh, those fucking rules are hopefully changing. She mocked Black Lives Matter movement, tweeting in June of 2020, "Today is Whiteout Wednesday. I will shortly be posting a picture of my arse. Thank you." Hopkins also referred to immigrants as cockroaches. The ones in the UK, though, the ones that are all... it's weird. It's weird the way that it happens. They come over on boats after they're kicked out by France, a country that's just rife with civil... No, they should be allowed to stay there. But because there was incentives at the time to go across the English Channel, all of those military-aged men on all of those boats... Oh, I'm sorry, refugees, asylum seekers, definitely not coming in to leech off the welfare state that's well established in the UK. No, definitely not. Wouldn't be even close. You would be disingenuous if you were to compare them to cockroaches. Leeches would be a little bit more apropos. Lynn Wood. Oof. Here's a fucking nut job. This is what happens when you go down the Q hole a little bit too hard. Lynn Wood, a lawyer for the Kenosha killer, Kyle Rittenhouse. Holy, bruh. He was there for a hot second. He established a fundraising platform, which was kind of sort of used for Kyle Rittenhouse, okay? And then he was kicked off the case, and if you wanted to be a touch inflammatory, you could also say that Lynn Wood was replaced by Mark Richards, who dropped a couple of hard R's during his opening statements when he was defending Kyle Rittenhouse, the Kenosha killer. Okay, cool. We'll just go ahead and take a look for some Daryl Brooks, the guy who drove through and has been convicted of 6 counts of intentional vehicular homicide and injuring dozens, over 60 more people. Okay, we'll see if he's referred to as the Waukesha killer, because you have Kyle Rittenhouse, the most documented, well-proven case of self-defense ever committed to video, but he's the Kenosha killer. I've heard the Kenosha kid, but the Kenosha killer... that's a new one out there. Fumed that he was going to take Jack Dorsey's ass down. Sexual. Wood told Fox News, former Twitter CEO, has been abusing the First Amendment of his own country for his own agenda. Yeah, that was back when the CEO was Jack Dorsey. Not Parag Ragwal. That dude's fucking done. There's somebody else who's on there? Okay, because I had a big three. Because I didn't think that they would make mention of Milo, so I guess now it's a big 2, okay? I'd have Alex Jones on there, because what did Alex Jones post on Twitter that would have ended up getting him yeeted off the platform, okay? And because there's kind of that triumvirate, okay? You take a look at those big, important people networks that are up there, okay? What's the common thread between Alex Jones and Elon Musk? The current owner? Chairman? What's going to be? Chief Twit. Let's just see. Chief Twit. Okay, Chief Twit. How do you get between Elon Musk and Alex Jones? Yeah, through the intermediary of Joe Rogan. So if he puts in a good word there, we might be able to see Alex Jones back on the platform, which is another person that would make literally everybody fucking melt down. Don't you owe like $1 trillion to those people that you basically killed in Connecticut? Oh, it would be wonderful to see out there. Oh, it would just be so fucking great. That would, oh man, that's right on par with Milo coming back, because people forget, because it's been a long time, okay, since Milo's been around, but those guys are just equal amount of fucking raw distilled charisma. They can hold control of a camera, of a microphone, like very few other people can, okay? But of course, there's another guy, we all know who who that person is. I don't think I'm fucking, spoiling anything like that. I just didn't want to immediately start off with him. And that's my favorite picture that I've ever seen of Trump out there on the golf course holding his own Playboy cover. Like, this dude's such a fucking G. And we all know when he ended up getting fucking yeeted, the afternoon of January 6th, right? So, instead of us running back why he was suspended, let's hear what he's ultimately doing with this information now that Elon Musk has taken over. They had their little spat. Obviously, they smoothed everything over. I seen a post. Don't know if that one was true or not, but Trump immediately released from the desk of the 45th president gimmick that was out there. He said that he looked forward to doing business with an African-American owned company because the man never fucking misses. For as funny and meme-worthy as Elon Musk is, there's a lot of people that are well below him, but he's just got the, he's got the megaphone at this point in time. Trump says he's glad Twitter is in sane hands with Elon Musk as he touts Truth Social app. Yeah, for the time being, we're gonna have to see what happens with that council of intellectuals or whatever the fuck you want to call it, because we don't know yet. Donald Trump said Friday that he's glad Twitter is now in Elon Musk's sane hands, but he didn't mention any prospects of returning to the platform as he touted his own social media networking app, Truth Social. I am very happy that Twitter is now in some sane hands and will no longer be run by radical left lunatics and maniacs, all of those in capital letters, okay, that truly hate our country. The 45th president and 47th, if we're lucky. In his Truth Social post, Trump was permanently banned. We know why. On Friday afternoon, Musk tweeted that Twitter will be forming content moderation. We already went through that one. Twitter must now work hard to rid itself of all the bots and fake accounts that have hurt it so badly, Trump wrote on Truth Social. And it's like, yeah, man, that totally makes sense because, again, you just take a look at any big post that's out there and you'll be able to play spot the bot. It won't take that long and it won't be that difficult to fucking discern, okay? Because it's the same profile picture. It's the same talking points over and over and over again. We know that it's not 5% that's bots. That's what Twitter was saying beforehand, okay? It might be close to that 25, but that might be a bit of a stretch from what Elon was proselytizing. But long and short of it is, he now has the keys to all this shit, okay? So what he does ultimately with all this stuff, it's in his hands, and we're just at the beginning of this, okay? Where it ultimately goes, nobody really knows, but it's definitely now a little bit of course correcting has happened. He ended his truth by posting. This is going back to Trump again. It will be much smaller, but better. I love truth. Trump began to post by plugging his own platform, which has had a chaotic launch. I think now it's finally available on Android and, the different stores that are out there, which is great, finally, because the success of a social media app is 1,000% incumbent on its ability to be presented via an app. Because if you ask any lazy motherfucker that's out there to go through a browser and then you can just pin it to the home screen, that's too much work for some of these fucking idiots. They just want it on the home screen. Duh, I got Twitter right there. I'll just go and search through that way. There's YouTube. There's the internet browser. There's my pictures. Oh, there's camera. Look at me. I'm so pretty today. That's your average person. Not quite that dumb sounding, but... Oh, I forgot. I felt pretty... There we go. I just went and fixed it for everybody. But the long and short of it is, well, we don't really know what's going to be going on. All we know is right now, the right people are upset. The right people are fucking freaking out right now. And people are actually enthusiastic about a big tech platform for the first time in a long time. So relish in it while we can. We'll see what the genius does in the short term. Because returns right now, they're pretty decent, but just a down payment on the future of free speech. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.